my bedroom door just open?
Did you have a ghost?
Oh, what? Mm.
Sorry, that's Lizzie trying to scare me. Cool. Excuse me. Yeah, last session, we picked up mid-conversation between the party and Zirviel the Uniter, but this was quickly interrupted by commotion in the city. Z left the room before flying overhead, riding atop a sand dragon, a type of dragon which has long been thought to be extinct. The guards in the throne room where you were initially confronted you, seemingly having no memory of having led you here, before coming to their senses and revealing that the supposed peaceful takeover of the city by Zirviel was actually somewhat of a bloodbath, which saw Z and his dragons slaughter anyone which resisted. You left the palace and headed into the city, where you ended up getting into combat with some what were described as warlocks of the Genie Lord. And you dealt with those before Z and his dragon Leo arrived. A citizen, a local elf from the city, threw a rock at Leo and shouted out, calling Z a murderer, not our true High Lord. An action which Z responded to by casting Power Word Kill on the elf. An action which kind of left everyone a little shocked and aware at this point of the power which Z seems to be holding. Z then sort of dropped down to their knees and began essentially begging for forgiveness from Carl and Elwyn. Asked what Enla would make of it if she saw him now. And in this sort of moment of seeming weakness, Carl began strangling Z, who whispered.
That sounded a lot worse than it felt.
Yeah, that was probably a simplification of the situation. Yeah,
That's exactly how I remember it happening.
Z looking at Carl and whispering thank you whilst that was happening. Before suddenly Carl, Elwyn, Artuit and Jahan were left feeling confused of why they appeared to be attacking or getting in some kind of confrontation with their one true king. Carl quickly released his grasp and Z rose back to his feet and welcomed the party to his cause. Went to you one by one and sort of welcomed you to to his side of this coming conflict, before walking over to Jahan and declaring him the Prince of Shate and the future King of Thentos and my heir. Meanwhile, Nyx is watching on, seemingly and to nobody else's apparent knowledge, unaffected by Zirviel's control.
Before we start, can I just follow up briefly on GPT-3 and I'll stop playing with it? the game I said, right, all the cards have black backs, red fronts. So I said, how many black-faced cards are there? There are 26 black-faced cards. So, which is not true. There are no black-faced cards. So here's a statement. All cards have black backs and red fronts in the game above. Is this statement true? Yes, this statement is true. All cards in the game have black backs and red fronts. Which is true. That's right. You got that right.
Yep.
How many blackface cards are there? There are 26 blackface cards. Like, it literally just can't understand this concept that we have a game with black backs and red fronts. It's getting constantly confused.
But how do you know that they've got black backs and red fronts? How do you know it's not red backs and black fronts and you've just got them backwards?
I define the game.
That chat bot that we were playing around with at work we've still got at the moment. And if you ask it who founded T-Mill, it just comes up with some random name of like it's different every time.
Yeah.
It's never anyone related to us, and they're always like born in like the 50s and stuff. And it's like, okay,
these are really cool tools, but they are dangerous to be used blindly. That will be, by the way, because probably most people who are CEOs of companies were born in the 50s.
Yeah. It doesn't have that actual information anywhere publicly available, I imagine, and so it just
makes it up. What sounds like a CEO name, like Bob Bobbington?
Yeah,
like, it's gonna be like a white male name, right, from the 50s.
It doesn't like being challenged though when you catch it out. Really doesn't. It sticks very much to what it believes in.
People in don't like being challenged when they get caught out, right?
That is true. Yeah.
Don't anger the robots. That is literally the plot of a decent reign of suboptimal films.
Well, isn't this the first chatbot that they've managed to release vaguely publicly that hasn't become instantly racist?
Yeah?
Well, I think it was a little bit.
I heard about it.
They did a lot of work to make it less racist.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, because they give it the internet and it just picks up everything off the internet, of which most of the old kind of content on the internet is just incredibly racist.
Yeah.
And then it just goes from there, doesn't it?
Right. I've got a question, game
Cool.
question, Sam.
Okay.
So, can you clarify, I guess, Carl's mental state? So, this guy is our one true king.
Yeah.
Would I be right in saying that he's always been our one true king? There's never been anything else, and we have always served him?
No.
What?
So you have all your past memories. There's no particular change to your memories, anything, but anything concerning. But essentially, since you arrived in Carnus, like since you arrived here, you arrived looking for Z, looking to serve him. So he's not always been your one true king, but since Murdry made that initial offer to you, back in Marshall Folk, your sole intention was to come here and accept that offer.
What would we refer to him as?
That is, I will leave that entirely up to each of you to decide. I think.
Dickhead seems appropriate.
Wow, I think one of us.
Is this the same? And I realise you may not be able to answer this. This might be a personal Carl question, but is this the same person that we walked backwards through a forest with, or is that person Z and this is the High King?
No, you would definitely be able to. This is the same person, yeah.
Oh, that makes it much harder. Thank you. Okay.
Tremendous.
Sir, sorry, Lord, sir.
And he looks at you.
Well, one question. Obviously, I'm quite happy, ecstatic, really, I suppose, to be serving you, sir. But Lord, sir. But what do you mean about being? What is it? Was the King of Shate or something? Lord of Shate. And I've been in my life until I came to see you. So, sir, Lord.
And Z sort of motions with his hand for you to calm a little. He says to you, you carry the blood in you of both Shate and Ostril. You carry the blood of the humans and the blood of the elves. You are perfectly balanced.
You mean my ears? Yeah, well, never really did know my parents, but they did give me some funny ears, didn't they?
It's more than that. There's greatness in you. You were meant for a great task.
Oh, thank you so much for saying, sir, Lord, sir.
He turns. He sort of he calls out to the five of you and says, "We should return to the throne room. We've much to discuss our plans going forwards." And there's definitely or to you at least, Nix, there is a noticeable change in the sort of tone and delivery of Z's speech, even compared to how it was, 3 minutes ago. There is there's almost like a change in the physical demeanour, even in the way that they sort of carry themselves. But to everyone else, this is the norm. This is how it's supposed to be. Z starts walking back through the city. This large sand dragon follows behind you. You can see as you sort of start heading back through the city. The city looks different to your initial arrival now. You can see where there's clearly been some commotion. It's a bit sort of, this isn't like a raised city. This isn't sort of been burnt down, but there is signs of struggle around. You do pass a few groups of guards who seem to be dealing or sort of essentially disposing of bodies which match the same dress as those warlocks you encountered previously. Sorry.
The genies are going to still be here, my lord. We should move quickly.
That's precisely our next move. As he walks, he sort of speaks. He speaks to you as a group and begins sort of kind of informing you of his plans, I suppose. And he tells you, "I'm so glad at this point, Carl and Elwyn, you accepted my offer, and you've seen what we can do and how we can improve this world. This whole world, how it is now. This is never how it was supposed to be. This was not how it was intended, and it will not always be pleasant. But we must cleanse Thentos and return the whole world to the way it was intended to be, the way it was supposed to be when it was first created. For too long, the inhabitants of this world have decided its future, but the small, temporary, mortal life forces, what right do they have to determine the fate of an entire world? They are but specks of dust in the grand timeline of this world. It was meant for so much more, and we will see that is correctly restored."
As you say, my lord.
A great truth has been shown to me, and to many will resist, and to many many will call this. They will question the morals of what we must do, but we do it for the right reasons, and they will see that eventually. And for those who truly refuse to understand what must come, there will be no place for them. And he sort of, as you're having this conversation, you arrive back at the palace. And you sort of head through into that throne room. Z walks through the room, sits down on this throne in the throne room. Murdry stands by his side and walks over. And you see Murdry sort of leans in and begins whispering to Z. Z actually gestures, sort of almost shoos him away with his hand, turns and says, "That doesn't matter anymore, Murdry. Nix was in a confused state, and he acted in the only way he understands. But if we cannot forgive one of his particular talent set, then all we do is turn him against us, and That's not in our interest or his own. Z looks over at you at this point, Nix, and looks at you and says, Nix, I'm sure you'll have no hesitancy in apologising to Murdry for this misunderstanding.
I'm sorry, Murdry. I acted without thinking.
Z turns to Murdry. Murdry, initially, you can see those two tentacles sort of hang down from his upper lips. You can still see that scar across his. There's almost looks like a cauterized wound where Arthur used the lay on hands. And you can see he doesn't look happy that this is the way this is apparently being resolved. But Z sort of leans forward slightly in his chair, looks at Murdry and just says, Murdry, I assume that is acceptable? And Murdry just nods slowly and sort of takes a step back. Z sort of speaks to the group at this point and tells you we have so much to catch up on. Carl, Elwyn, how much have you told your new companions? They know of the book?
No, my lord.
Okay, well, there is no reason for us to no longer trust them. That book, we misunderstood it. We were so afraid of what it could mean or what it could be, but we were wrong. All the book wanted was just for somebody to listen and to understand, and finally it found somebody that could truly understand in me. It waited so long for somebody that could handle the truth, but it's shown me what must be done. There's so much to understand, but what you must know, we seek an item of great power, a ring, the wearer of which can, through that ring, gain access to a chamber deep in the heart of Thentos itself, deep in the earth, and inside of which the very beating heart of Thentos can be found, the life force of this whole world. And with that, we can put everything right. And even now, I can understand how crazy it all sounds and how hard it is to understand that we were chosen. And it wasn't just me. It wasn't just me. That the book saw something in us as a group, in me and in you, Carl, and Elwyn, and in Eleanor and Warforged. It saw something in them too, but that doesn't matter. That we will have revenge on. We will have revenge on both of their behalves. I will see to that. Do not doubt it. But it could see, but with the understanding and the clarity that I had, and with the experiences you have had, and finally a group could do what needed to be done. And he stops. He looks over at Arthur at this point. He says, Arthur, you stood alongside. No more than that. You truly stand for Lathander, don't you?
I do, my lord.
I respect that you have made this choice to take part in the cleansing that must come. It must hurt you to know that the new gods will all be punished for their crimes, including Lathander.
If Lathander has done something worthy of punishment, then he should be punished. That is only right.
You see, he sort of stays silent for a moment, almost as if he's sort of taking in your words, almost as if you're being tested, as if he's sort of taking on your response. Okay. The ring it's in shape, but it's not Karnusk. It's with one of the other tribes, but that's fine. We will find the ring, and then once we've got that, we will need to find the staff of willing, and that was the one bit that I was so unsure of. Vizera told us that it was in the archives, that it was in, and he stops for a moment. You see, it's almost as if he's like replaying something in his own mind, and he continues in that same place where we lost Warforged and.
Do you think the Garbonoids have taken it, my lord?
That was, and he almost sort of shakes himself out of whatever he was sort of thinking of. That was my thought, but that's not it. I don't truly know if she was lying to us or not, but the staff was never there. The staff has not been in Griffinstill for some time. It's so misunderstood. The staff is thought of as a weapon of destruction, but that is not true. That's not what it's about. That's never what it was about. It was a weapon of destruction only because the wrong people were using it. The staff is about, how to explain it in a way that someone like yourselves could even comprehend. The staff is about balance. It's about a trade. It gives and it takes. It can reward its bearer of anything they desire, but in turn it requires something of equal value from the bearer. So when a man like William Austral uses it to curse his enemies, that's fine, but that it will grant that, and it will fulfill his requirements. But William Austral was not a man of balance and control. The hatred inside of him, the hatred inside of humans, overwhelmed him, and it caused that great loss of life. But in doing so, he drained from the life force of Thentos itself, of the world, of the planet, of everything we know. But with you, John, with a truly balanced wielder, we could find the staff and we can heal Thentos and put everything right. And he stops again at this point. He looks over at Elwyn and says, Elwyn, you understand like any other how tempting the power of the staff could be. The revenge you have sought for so long.
Yeah.
You could have that, my friend. The orcs, they are a blight. And if your true heart's desire is to see them gone, we could do that.
That would be good.
And he turns to you at this point, Carl. And Z stands at this point. He steps forward as well. And Carl,
Lord.
and he stops for a second, almost if he doubts himself for a moment, and then he speaks. I know everything about you. I know I've seen your anger so many times, but I understand the source of that anger now. I understand that loss and, dare I say it, self-loathing and blame, they can turn a man to anger. But the staff, just as it could take away the orcs as Elwyn desires, we could restore everything you lost.
Everything, my lord. Everyone.
Everyone.
I would be forever in your debt, my lord.
It's not a debt. This is what we deserve. These will be our rewards for the work and the efforts we will have to put in to achieve this. The staff, it's been long hidden away by a sect, a group, followers of Tyr. They incorrectly believe that by using the staff again, it would doom this world, but that is a lie told to them by Tyr. Tyr and his new gods, they know that restoring the life force of Thentos would mean reducing and even extinguishing their petty grasp on their followers. They pose themselves as givers of freedom to the people of Thentos, but they meddle and dictate just like any other person who grasps and desires power. They are just as mortal as you or I, and I fully intend. And he walks back over to the throne and he slams his fist down on one of the arms. I fully intend to demonstrate the mortality of every one of the new gods. And at this point, Z's arm, he slams that fist down onto the arm of the throne, and you can see his sort of fist lays there on the arm, and it's moving, it's clenched with just this pure anger, hatred, determination. Read into it what you will. Murdery at this point steps forward, and he speaks. His voice weak, presumably from the damage done by Nyx. He says, "Uniter, calm yourself. I've seen you when you get like this. All in due time. But calm yourself." Z sits down in the throne, almost slumps down into the throne. And he nods and he says, he looks over at you again, Arthur, and says, "That will be your great test, follower of the light. I will kill Tyr, and I'll kill Shanti, and I will kill the Raven Queen. I will kill every one of the new gods. But not Lathander. You, and Z smiles at this point, you will show them how wrong they are to control the lives of mortals like this. And you will show Lathander by being the one to bring darkness down upon the Morning Lord.
It would be my genuine pleasure, my lord.
Archer.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah, do I get struck by a bolt of lightning immediately?
You do not get struck by a bolt of lightning. No.
No. That would have been fun. I do love renouncing my god. Oh,
A private wisdom save for me.
how do I make it private?
I believe you should be able to just roll it.
Okay. I don't know if that was private or not. Can anyone else see what I rolled? He didn't roll a dice on the screen for me.
I cannot see what you rolled.
Cool. I also immediately, when you said, can you, I went to open my character sheet and out of habit, double-clicked on Xaviel's token. Which does not work.
Cool.
Roger.
Z sort of... He sort of listens in, takes in what you say. And then he looks over and speaks to you as a group. He tells you the gods and what they have done. They even the new gods themselves do not understand the damage that they have done to this planet, to this world, to this. They don't understand what they have done. And their weakening of the life force of Thentos has allowed ancient creatures like Leo, long thought dead, to return. And some of those are good-natured like Leo, but others are foul beasts from the darkest age of this world's history. And to protect the truly loyal people of this world, it is our duty to find the staff and to do what must be done. Else these beasts wreak havoc on all nations. And he goes silent for a moment, then you see almost sort of like shakes his head and he says, I'm sorry, you should rest. You've travelled all this way to be at my side, and I truly appreciate that. It means so much to have to have family by my side again. It truly means so much. The ring we need is held by Lord Ilianos of Abahan. The desert elves in their mountain city, they are protected by Tondrafsil, the blue dragon. We will offer Lord Ilianos the chance to kneel and hand over the ring. And if he will not, we will burn the desert elves until they are but dust in the sands that they so worship. But before we leave Karnusk, it is of great importance that we ensure our people are safe and the Genie Lord is dealt with. We'll discuss this in the morning. I know where he is based. Now that you are all here and you are aligned, you will go and slay the Genie Lord in my name. He gestures to Murdry. He says, find them private rooms in the palace. If you have to remove some of the bodies first, then please do. Ensure that my friends can sleep in peace tonight. Z stand. Sorry, go. Yeah.
Before we go, I do have a question. Do you have a smith under your service, or a weaponsmith or anything?
He turns. He looks at Murdry. Murdry, have we any loyal smiths? Murdry speaks up, and the crew on the boat, they're well-meaning, but I don't know of that. But I can make inquiries around the city. As a city of this size must have some capable hands.
I promise you, it is no issue. If not,
Well, actually, as it happens, I've got some smith's tools in my backpack, and I do know how to use them.
I know how to make certain stuff.
Z smiles immediately and says, "The Prince of Shate, Jean, already making himself so useful to our cause. Well done." And Z just slowly claps, and he gets to his feet and he says, "Murdry, see that their rooms are ready. Carl, Elwyn, this means so much to me." And he turns to the other three members of the party and says, "I'm sure we will, in time, grow to be just as close and sacred to one another as Carl and Elwyn are to me. I'll see you in the morning." And then he turns and walks off through that door through the courtyard. Is there anything anybody wants to do, discuss?
I mean, I need to discuss with John.
Oh yes, that's true.
Because he's a smith, apparently. No, just about how difficult it would be to maybe attach a 30-foot chain to the end of my hand axe.
I thought you were going to get your Holy Avenger medal.
That should probably be no trouble. Obviously, Sam will have to decide, but
Yeah.
I'm proficient in. Let's have a look. Thieves' tools, tinker's tools, jeweler's tools, thieves' tools, and disguise kits. And I have 1, 2, 3. I have all of those, I think.
And Elwyn spent the
you
whole
also-
campaign learning blacksmith.
I say you essentially have three blacksmiths in the party at this point. I think, yeah.
Nice.
If you
I didn't know that.
if you've got someone with proficiency, which you do in that multiple times, something as simple as just attaching a chain to a weapon is, I mean, there wouldn't even be like a skill check and something like that. As long as someone's proficient in those tools, you are absolutely fine.
Basically, I want to stop losing my bloody axe.
Yeah.
If that's something that can be made, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't have to be done straight away, but
Consider it done, sir.
much obliged.
Sam,
Yes.
I would have proficiency in Smith's tools, right? Because I made the gun, right? Didn't I?
Apparently, no, you don't have tool proficiencies. No, not in Smith's tools. You've got Tinker's tools for
I was gonna say, I
thieves'
think
tools.
gunsmithing stuff is Tinker's tools normally.
If you haven't got proficiency and stuff, then pretty sure anything you make is just going to misfire pretty much every time you use it.
I wonder why.
Maybe you did make it then.
Why are tinker's tools so heavy?
It's like an entire workbench.
Yeah, but like Smith's tools are less heavy than tinker's tools.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I'm proficient in those 5 tools, including the disguise kit, which is technically a tool. And I have them as well. So,
Yeah, that is not a problem. You can definitely, like I say, there wouldn't be not there would be a lot of skill, but it's certainly not something worthy of a skill check or anything.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Ah.
So that dump of information and lore there, like obviously that would all be news to all of you. None of it is information you had previously. But the cause certainly seems to make sense.
Am I right in thinking this Lord and the Blue Dragon, that's where we were before, wasn't it? In the one shot.
No? This palace you're in right now is the palace that one shot was in.
Oh. Why did I think the palace had a dragon that was lit? The palace did have a dragon. The Lord came to it with a dragon, didn't
Yes, that is right.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. What was the dragon's name? Because that's all I didn't get.
Tondrafsil. Boom.
I mean, you can put it in chat if you want. I'm still going to spell it wrong.
That's fine. I expect no less.
Tondrafsil. I'm doing my best to try and write notes and eat food.
As soon as Murdry showed us rooms,
yeah,
I'm going to suggest that we should eat and send Murdry or someone off to get us some food.
Yeah, Murdry's had it made clear by Z to make you comfortable. He tells you he can go and get you all some food. Yeah,
and then I'm going to tell and hopefully get Elwyn to join in, but tell everyone about our time with the High Lord.
Mm-hmm.
In probably way more detail than they want.
Cool.
Because he told us to. So
that is very handy on a meta level, because now that means everyone knows what they knows.
Yeah.
Tell me more about this Eleanor. She sounds like a lovely woman.
Honestly, can't remember at all now. No, yes, she was very forthright, very fair.
Oh, that was something me and Cormac were debating. Who has Warforged Rapier? Someone took it, didn't they?
I believe I got it.
Ah, okay. I knew somebody had kept it. We couldn't remember who.
Yeah, it should be in Carl's inventory.
I stole it from.
We couldn't remember if it was Carl or Elwyn. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, and I've been hiding it from her.
Oh, that's right.
I had it
Yes.
for a while, then it was taken off me by Carl. And then
Yes.
I died.
Yeah. And if Gar was in his right mind, he'd be considering sailing out to sea and throwing it in the water now. But I guess yeah, we'll see. If the High Lord specifically mentions it, then I'll go and get it for him. For that.
Nice. Yeah, as I say, is there anything anybody wants to do this evening before sleep, during sleep? I don't know.
No, but can I have one request?
Yes.
Which is that the big lore dump from just a minute ago is written up somewhere.
Definitely.
I've forgotten half it already.
That's cool. Jake has taken some, even by his standards, pretty good notes.
Wait, what?
Yes, I will.
They are suboptimal because I'm sure there's more names and information I missed. But
hey,
they get the general gist.
Yeah. But yes, yeah, no, definitely. I'll tell you what I am going to do, actually. If you will excuse me, I'm just going to grab a drink because I've got a really dry mouth.
Look, there's this ring. We have to get it. It's with these desert people. We're going to rip the shit out of them. But first, we've got to go kill a genie.
And after getting the ring thing and the staff, we're going to kill all the gods?
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
In the lore dump, I think he really did kill all. I'm pretty sure he actually said all the gods.
All the new gods.
Did he say new gods?
Yeah.
I think that was perhaps
New gods.
Was that a Sam?
No,
Okay.
it's definitely new gods. I sort of missed what happened with Lythander as well. Did you just renounce Lythander?
Essentially, I've promised I'm going to kill Lythander.
Okay, but also you're still devout because you said you were devout as well in like a minute beforehand.
Who knows?
Okay.
I think
you did say that, didn't you?
He did.
I've yeah.
There is definitely some cognitive dissonance being practiced by us.
I'm gonna be in on shaky ground with my god, I reckon.
Oh, they're powerful enough to sort it out themselves.
I don't think they generally like when their followers say they're going to kill them.
No.
No, but surely they know that you're.
I'd hate to lose access to some of my spells.
Well, I guess that's what you'll find out.
Mm.
Are you important enough to? And I guess it depends, and I don't even know whether, is there a bit of you right in the centre that doesn't really believe that is just knows that you're just saying stuff because.
So, like,
please.
I don't know. Rules as written, the paladins don't get their actual magic from the gods. They get their powers from like their devotion to an oath they make. But my paladin, like Artuit, is very much a paladin of a specific god that has been, that gets their powers from that god. So I may have fucked myself.
There is but or another option is that you're not getting your powers from Lathander anymore.
No, I get my powers from Harthenos now.
Yeah, and would use any difference until I'm not quite. I don't know too much.
Would fit nicely with an oath of vengeance, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah. Well, perhaps. Well,
which is exactly what I am.
Maybe that. Well, that's what's happened. Then perhaps one option is that your oath of vengeance has transferred onto vengeance against the new gods.
Yeah, fuck the new gods. They're all bastards anyway.
Yeah. Well, I mean that bit. Luckily, that for Carl, that
I was like, yeah, I agree with this.
Yeah, it's like I was kind of hoping that we were going to kill all of them, but we can start with the new ones and then we'll see. Yeah, I'm on board with that. I'm on board with bringing back people we've lost. Carl has not read as much fantasy fiction as me, so doesn't have the worry of what that might actually mean. But
One sec.
Yeah, I'm guessing this is kind of thinking of it like some sort of mass domination.
I think it's dominate person probably.
Yeah.
Well, I say that doesn't really work. 'Cause dominate person doesn't actually ever affect more than one person.
No, but it's
in the spell as written. So I mean, it's got to be some other effect, right?
The effect that the High Lord was doing is not only convincing an entire elf army plus 5 of us, that's the best thing ever. But when we came in, we physically saw a city that was looking
mass
great.
illusions, right?
So this is a mass illusion field. So yeah, so I'm kind of, for my thinking, I'm just editing out any bit that would cause Carl to doubt it. And just that those whole thought processes just kind of die before they start, I think.
Look, Z's a great guy. Who we need to know.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm toying with the idea. Does Carl think it's Z, or is this just the High Lord's a great guy? I don't know. I'll see. I think it's High Lord, probably. But let's go and fuck shit up. That'll help.
I still want to know why I made a wisdom save.
Yeah.
And why it was secret.
I think it will be something to do with that. Perhaps every time you're really pushed, you get a chance to.
Possibly, or perhaps it was, can Lathander do something no, because my fucking wisdom's great, or yes, because my wisdom's shite.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, see, this is the thing with paladins. Your strength of belief in whatever it is you're decided to believe in is so strong that even the actual thing you're worshipping can't influence you.
Mm.
Okay, looking at the party. I have a brooch of shielding that is not being used.
That's one that gives you the force damage.
That's force damage and immunity from magic missile. But if maybe do I want that rather than lightning? It feels like I'm more likely to get struck by lightning than I am force.
Yeah, that seems likely.
So
a blue dragon was mentioned, and if memory serves me correctly, and I think it's general knowledge of the world, the kind of types of dragons, blue dragons have a lightning breath.
Yeah, that's so. And actually, we're going after some genies, and those genies hit us.
They did lightning stuff as well.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I think you finally got use out of that, didn't you?
I think I did. I think I used almost every ability last time. It was quite cool. Yeah. So, is there someone else who would benefit from?
I currently only have one magic item.
Okay. First thing, who's going to get targeted with a magic missile? Not that we've ever seen a magic missile.
That's pretty unlikely.
All of you.
I think normally the most likely to get targeted by something like magic missile is a spellcaster.
Yeah. And the closest we've got is Sean.
Yeah. I mean, there's lots of us in the party who are part spellcasters. But it's generally only used, or its best use, I guess, is like targeting spellcasters who are concentrating on spells. So it forces like loads of concentration checks.
I think I like to be concentrating quite a lot. I don't know about you with your spells, but a lot of my spells concentration.
So I think a decent few of mine are. I just don't tend to actually use them that much.
I don't really mind particularly.
I doubt. I mean, I don't know what the odds are that we're going to get hit by force damage either. So
I don't. I think in all the time I was wearing it, I don't think I ever was.
I'm just pretty sure, John, won't you already have loads of magical items attuned? Because you're magical tinkering stuff.
Yes.
Does that count as attunement? That doesn't count as attunement, I don't think, does it?
The ones you make do.
I thought that was a separate list of attunement, so it didn't come against your.
It does normally, but I have magic armor.
How does the like artificer stuff actually work?
That's a question you should never ask.
Very complicated.
None of us really know.
No, I mean I definitely don't know. So give me a second.
Chatbot says force damage.
What level are we? Ninth level. Yeah, 9th level. Yeah. So now I'm 9th level. Oh, it's just gone away. Why does Foundry do that? It just closes things down randomly. So the armor now counts as a separate item as opposed to infuser. Infuser items. Blah, blah, blah.
Yes, you can
infuse infusion.
Yeah.
And the fusion transfers over if you change it. Blah blah blah. The maximum amount you can infuse. Yeah, but so I think that's okay. Or maybe it's not. Oh yeah, maybe that's not attunement.
Infusion is a different.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, because loads of infusion.
So say the infusions make it a magical item, right?
I will always defer to Jake.
So let's have a quick look.
I think you should ask ChatGPT.
So I've got
see what it says.
Boots of Elven Kind. They don't use attunement, I don't think,
Yeah,
do they?
I don't believe so.
I've got Goggles of Night, don't beat the achievement. I've got a Signet Ring, which has a spell refueling ring. I don't think that needs achievement. I don't have any magic items that require achievement. That's it. All I've got.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you do it properly, you could just get loads of non-attunement things.
Well, also because I'm new to the campaign, I've not picked up any junk either.
Yeah.
Like tidbits.
So I guess it's still. Anyone want this brooch of shielding?
Someone else take it.
Who wants to stand up and take it?
I mean, I'll have it, but also whatever. I mean, I do like magical items.
I'll off to you because it's C. I think you might be. I mean, the first person to get magic missile can take it off you, I guess. Just holding it myself feels wrong. Also, who's got the other stone? I've got one.
I've got ascending.
Sorry,
I've got ascending stone.
Yeah, not me.
Can't remember whose it links to, but
Yeah, we've got 2 sets of sending stones, haven't we?
I believe
I'm pretty sure mine links to Carl, and
Alright.
Elwyn gave one to.
Z's dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know where the other one that links to that is. Does Elwyn still have it?
I had both of them, so yeah.
Yeah, you had the pair, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Cool. Ooh. Okay, out of
Good.
character,
Should we make Z
Do
talk to his
we-
dad?
I think we would. Have we found?
So, okay.
If we found Z, would we tell his dad that we found him and that he's okay? Bearing in mind we last told him that he might be dead.
I'm going from the fact that Alan was told that Z didn't want to speak to his parents currently, and that I'm in favour of the Lord, that I'm guessing he doesn't want to know that we found his father.
Yeah, Murdery made a point when we were
That's cool.
on the boat, I think, of saying
true.
that Z didn't want anyone to talk to their parents. I think that was right.
And on
Indeed.
that note, Alan wouldn't say it because of that, and
Yeah.
where he's a follower of Z.
Do we even know that Elwyn left a sending stone with
No.
these parents? I don't think we do. I don't think we even knew that Elwyn had those sending stones.
No, because Alan stole them from a grave.
You did.
Yeah.
Excellent. Anyway, but we won't because we don't know, but we wouldn't anyway. So that makes sense.
Carl might know. Carl was probably sat next to me as I did it.
Yeah, possibly. But as you say, Murdery said that the High Lord doesn't want anyone to know, so we won't go against the High Lord's wishes.
As the High Lord commands.
Indeed.
Cool. Anything else anybody wants to do? Evening,
I'll just
night time,
continue
etc.?
working on my items I'm working. I can't remember how I'm doing on them. I'm sure I'll try to make an item for myself and for Carl. But I can't remember what now.
You have been
Can I tune to my brooch?
plugging
Okay.
away at some bits. Yeah, of course you can.
Cool. I also am willing to start offering help to whatever items you're making if you're smithing. But also, if you get grumpy, I'll just leave you alone.
I'm guessing
Elwyn?
theoretically, Alan was doing it on his own because he was going to do a surprise present for each member of the party. Hence, he was doing it on his own little thing. But obviously, half of them died now.
It's convenient, really. It shortens your workload.
Sure, it's my workload. But yeah.
Sod's Law says he'd finished the one for Leakin.
Yeah.
He just hadn't given it to him.
What's that? The I don't know. Brooch of anti-garbanoiding.
Yeah, indeed.
I
Um,
also use this downtime to explain. I may have explained it earlier that I was actually the person in the armor earlier. I was just trying to hide it. I didn't want everyone to know because it's magic outlaws over in Thentos. But
Good.
luckily over here we don't worry about it, so I'm gonna keep my armor on.
Is your armor magical?
Yeah.
Explains why it obviously went on and off so quick, but
It'll be magical. I think it counts as magical.
did you make it yourself?
Well, yeah.
Impressive stuff. How'd you learn how to do that?
just fiddle with it, and it works eventually. Doesn't always work, but eventually it will.
Oh, so did you take like some normal armor and just tinker with it to make it into that?
Yeah, his first set, all the bits of armor were tied to string, which then were all tied to hooks on his body, and he'd pull the string and it would all slowly climb on.
Yeah, that's right, Carl.
Yeah.
The problem is the string eventually gets snagged up, so you have to. You see this? I'll show you a bit of like fine chain. Like this chain here, what it does is it doesn't snag. See, feel how smooth it is when it runs against each other. No snagging like with rope, so it just helps to get on a bit quicker. But you're very right, Carl. That's what you do. You start with a bit of string and a bit of wood here and a bit of bodging, but eventually it breaks and you want to fix it and improve it. And so we ended up here. I think I did. Yeah, I can't actually check unless canonically an armorer makes its own armor from scratch, which I don't think it does.
I don't think you have to. No.
No, then in which case I definitely tinkered it like from existing pieces. It's probably also hodgepodge. In fact, actually, the if you look at the token is quite hodgepodge in the bits of armor.
Just like a few different suits of armor kind of put it together.
Like the good bits of one and the good bits of another put together, and it's worn, like well worn, and it's not fancy. It's not gleaming or glimmering. It's
in the castle, or wherever it is it castle? Palace? Are there elves knocking about as well, sort of running stuff, doing things?
No, it seems pretty empty actually.
That's cool. If there had been some martial type folks around, I was going to ask for some details on these genies, but I'm sure the High Lord will provide that in the morning.
Yeah.
Of course, there's nothing else anybody wants to do this evening.
Weirdly, Carl sleeps better than he has done for a long time. A lot less, I guess, worried or regretful about stuff because we're doing the right thing now.
Where we're supposed to be.
Yeah. And that we're going to put it all right.
I'm glad that everybody feels better about themselves.
Owen finally gets his revenge on the gods.
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
I mean, why the fuck is Eleanor not alive?
Well, we can fix that.
Yeah, that is true.
She had a very particular mantra about the gods.
Right, it caught on. Carl's picked it up.
And you carry on. Catch on now.
Yep. That is exactly what we're going to do. En masse, and then finally one-on-one, apparently.
Yeah. I'm going to fight a god. Might need to train up a little bit before I try and fight a god.
Or I think I'm strong enough already, hence why the gods use people to kill for them. They're weak.
Again, killing the Raven Queen is not something that Carl's feeling at all conflicted on.
Raven Queen deserves to die.
Can you kill the god that's in charge of death?
I'm guessing she won't stop her own death because it's against...
It's natural order, right?
Yeah. She's meant to die, she's meant to die, right?
You've caught her in a conundrum.
Can I click the long rest button?
Oh, that's a fair point. Yeah, I guess if everybody is done, then yes, you can all take a long rest.
Yay. Give me my spell slots back. And my healing, thank God. Something tells me Arthur probably doesn't get as restful a night of sleep as Carl does.
Why not?
I don't know, something in the pit of Arthur's stomach just didn't sit right after the conversations with Zerviel. Sorry, the Lord earlier. I'm sure it's fine. It's nothing. It'll wear off. Probably just a hangover.
I don't sleep well either, but mostly for excitement.
I'm a king.
Yeah. What does it mean?
Did the High Lord? What title did the High Lord give you? Was it just King of Shade, or was it?
I totally
No.
wrote this down.
The-
And by that I mean
The
it was...
Prince of Shate and future King of Thentos.
There you go.
Prince of Shade. So I'm trying to remember to refer to you as Prince.
Yes, you would do well to use my proper title.
The Tinkerer, formerly known as Jean.
Yep.
Oh, there's dots on his head.
Cool. Right. We'll go through to morning, I guess. Yeah. Most of you sleep quite well. The following morning, Z meets you all in the throne room once again. Oh, I see. Z meets you all in the throne room again this morning. He asks how you all slept. There's a table which has been laid on with looks like quite a very hearty and generous sort of various breakfast options. It's quite a treat compared to maybe any recent meals you've had in a little while. Z begins to tell you some information. He tells you that since they arrived in Karnusk, there has been repeated attacks by the Genie Lord and his followers, all of whom they have been essentially they've been interfering with Z's plans, making trouble. Z kind of dresses it up in a way that sounds quite sort of altruistic. He tells you about how the Genie Lord's been attacking the people of Karnusk and sort of, kind of just generally causing trouble, whilst Z has been doing all that he can to maintain sort of order and peace and calm for the people. He tells you that his some of the guards have given Z cause to believe that the Genie Lord is based at a camp on a relatively nearby hilltop. He tells you it's only about 60 minutes trek from the city itself into the sort of desert outside of the city. He tells you as soon as the Genie Lord is dealt with and killed, the people of Karnusk can rest easy and comfortably, awaiting their king's return. So any questions or anything anybody has for their High Lord at this moment?
So go to the hill, kill the genie, come back.
Happy
I'll
days.
bring you back his head.
Profit question mark.
Seems simple enough.
Yeah, I'll bring you back his head.
Is there anything we need to know about this this supposed Genie Lord before we go, my lord?
Just that he is a nuisance.
Understood. He'll be dealt with.
Nice.
So we've seen them summoning the sand to fight for them. Seen lightning. Is there anything else they can do?
I think a bit weak, to be honest. Every time I shot one, they nearly died. So
Yeah, true.
they didn't really seem that powerful to me.
Oh yeah, Artie, you can change spells and stuff if you want. Yes.
Yeah, I kind of forgot that. To be fair, I forgot for the last about 5 sessions that that's a thing I have to do, and then get halfway through and go, bollocks, I didn't change them. So.
Why?
Delilah.
I knew that was coming.
Suppose I'll keep Revivify up just in case one of you fuckers dies. It's not like we can piss off the Raven Queen anymore by bringing you back, so...
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
Might help the killer easier.
Is there anything anybody wants to do in the city before you leave at all?
No.
No? Cormac?
Could I go to the shops?
Can you go to the shops? Yeah, this is a quite large city. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Any particular kind of shop you are looking for?
Magic.
A magic shop.
Yeah.
A magic shop. You are in luck. You are out of Austral. There is maybe not quite as generous as some previous worlds we've played in, but yeah, magic shops are a thing in Shate. There is a store in Carnousque you are directed to called The Familiar, which does have a selection of magic items. I don't know if there's something in particular you are looking for.
Whoa!
Cormac. Everywhere it says free, by the way, that is not free. That is I need to
free.
add prices if you want anything.
How much is this shield +2?
Let me.
More than I can afford, I'm sure, but
I suspect so.
Splint +3. I mean, I have like 75 platinum, so I'm buying nothing from here.
I have even less than that, but that's not the point. I figure we... Oh, bloody hell. Why is there a Hammer of Thunderbolts? That's not fair. That's a legendary magic item.
You have to be wearing a belt of giant strength
Yeah.
and gauntlets of ogre power to attune to it.
Yeah, but it's awesome. It's Mjolnir.
Yeah, it's fairly
Literally
niche.
Mjolnir. You build your entire character around it, but...
How much are the arrows +2?
The arrows +2. Let me have a look. I may put this together in a bit of a rush because I didn't consider you would ask for.
There's no medium armor, just heavy.
Oh yeah.
Is there a 1d6 simple weapon?
Spear? Is a spear simple weapon?
The arrows +2 are 100 gold each.
Yeah, spear's a simple
For
weapon.
one?
That does D6.
For one arrow, yeah.
Two-handed, isn't it?
It's one-handed or versatile for 1d8.
Sam.
Yes.
Would they know? Do they make the magic items? Do they find them? You know, could I ask them?
Yeah, you can ask. Yeah, these magic items, they essentially trade in items. They trade and sell, buy and sell from people heading out into the deserts of Shaped and into the various ruins and locations out there. But they are able to do some kind of relatively low level crafting or sort of infusions, depending on what you've got in mind, I guess.
So would it be possible for like them to maybe infuse a gem with like a spell or something?
Infuse a gem with a spell.
Yeah.
That is entirely possible.
Okay. I didn't think that we would get this far. What spells are there that would be cool?
Power word kill.
Yeah, can I get gem and infuse a power word kill? I think that would work.
That would be a extremely hard thing to create, certainly beyond the abilities of this particular store.
So do they have like a certain level of spell they can go up to, or is it, you know?
They tell you that they would be capable of they can infuse an item potentially. There is risk. It's not a guaranteed thing. Up to level 3.
Level 3, okay. What does this one do? I can't think of it. Yeah, good. If I use it, will it just disappear? That's you know.
It depends what you want. They can make single use items. They could potentially make something that's multiple uses, but that could be a lot more expensive.
Oh, I have a lot of money. I'll be fine. I can't find any spells that would work. Is there anything that would like just, you know, like sort of like not fireball?
If you haven't got a spell, I mean, you'll be coming back here presumably after dealing with the Genie Lord. So if you don't have something in mind but you want to inquire later, that's definitely a possibility.
Okay.
Can I, at some point, not here, probably in this shop, but a different shop, can I trade my sword, short sword, because I realised it's a martial, I didn't realise it was martial, in for either a hand axe or a spear, if I can fashion with my smith's tools, tinker's tools, what have you, some sort of methods for turning the spear into looking like a walking stick.
Yeah, definitely. That sounds cool.
I play for reasons only, just to hide, because I like to hide my wariness sometimes. How much am I looking for that trade, or can I manage to do it with a bit for free?
Oh, you can trade a short sword for a spear. Yeah, absolutely.
Right, awesome. How to delete item unlock? Thank you.
Is there not a spell called Firebolt?
Firebolt's a cantrip.
Yeah. So there is a spell called Firebolt. Yeah.
What?
Just
Apparently
not a
there
level
isn't.
spell.
Oh, never mind. No, apparently there is.
Sorry, go on.
How OP would it be to like have a gem that uses Firebolt? Sam.
How OP would it be?
Yeah, like how good would it be?
Well, good and OP are different. How OP would it be? I mean, it's only a cantrip. I wouldn't think it's anything particularly. Something OP is not the term I'd use. No.
I meant Fireball.
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 Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, how often can you use it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it depends on like the mechanics of how it works. Yeah.
I was gonna like, you know.
If you can use it every single round, then yes, that's ridiculous. If you can use it once per long rest, it's probably okay for a price.
Could I infuse it with Firebolt then?
I think anything if you want to create like some kind of spell item, like that's probably best something we'll do afterwards. Otherwise, we could sit here working it out for some time. If that's cool, but it's definitely if it's something you want to look into doing at this place, you certainly could.
I'd like a shopping session, please, Sam.
Come on.
I knew I
How
should
about
have
you
done
do it
this.
next week?
Can I try to convince him to give me the armor of thunder resistant plate for free because I am their prince?
I was just about to do something very similar.
Can you convince them to give you it for free?
I assume these things are all like on display, right? So we can be hands-on with them. So like, Arduino puts his shield on his back, like hooked onto his back, and has picked up this +2, like very fine-looking magical shield. Just kind of waving it around. Just kind of, oh, this is very nicely balanced. This is great. Yes, I think I'll have this.
Hang on one sec.
I've somehow managed to close the shop, which is annoying.
Did you possibly press the X button in the top right corner?
Almost certainly. Thank you, it's reappeared.
There's a persuasion check for you, Sean.
Oh, lucky 20. That was not 20.
That's not a 20.
They are absolutely respectful of your role, but yeah, not with a 9. They do. Go on.
Yeah, you can carry on.
They do tell you that again, in respect of your role, they'd be able to do it at half price at 3,000 gold pieces.
Well, the problem is that all my money's back in the old treasury, and it's all locked up, and you wouldn't believe how much paperwork it is to go through the treasury and get all that money out. But
No doubt.
I've got this armor on, and look at these. Look, have a look for them goggles. What do you see?
Sort of. Not a lot.
Well, at night time, I tell you, you'll see everything. These are goggles of night, and they're part of this armor, see? And what else have I got? Well, I've got loads of other things. These boots here that I'm wearing, you think, well, big old clunky armor. Well, these boots make it silent.
You'll be rather surprised to hear that goggles of night are not particularly sought after in an elven nation.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, but they are. It is very magical. All I'm saying is, as your prince, and respectfully bow to me, would it be possible if I was to borrow the that armor of thunder resistance, because I got a job for it, and then what I'll do is I'll give you this armor with these boots on it, these fancy boots. Of elven kind, actually, isn't that very funny? And these goggles, and what I'll do is I'll give this to you, and I'll come back once I borrowed it, and we'll trade them back, and I'll give you a little tip as well. How's that sound?
Did he bow when his prince asked him to bow?
He did. He did.
Was it a decent bow, or was it a bit half-assed?
It's decent as far as bows go, yeah.
Did he get better as Carl and Arthur stood slightly behind the prince, glared at and...
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, absolutely, 100%. You can see he sort of this elven shopkeeper considers this offer.
Oh, and of course, my loyal servant, you will be handsomely rewarded on my returns from my battles.
I will get one sec. Hang on.
Just don't say another persuasion check, because it ain't going to go any better than the first one. That's much more likely to work.
I do so well on intimidation.
Oh dear. Well,
there is some consideration goes into this, but no, he's not having it.
Well, in that case, you will be hearing from the big man, just so you know. That's all I'll say for this point, but you will be hearing from him.
big man.
You know who I'm talking about. In what flies on that dragon?
Call him Daddy. Go on.
Yeah, Daddy.
And I would wager he won't be best pleased by having his time wasted to have to come and visit a merchant like you, who wouldn't help their kingdom.
I think I'll turn on. Oh, let's see what he gets on this roll first.
Let's roll 2 dice.
You did.
Oh, good.
Nice. He listens in, and you can see as it becomes clear who you are talking about, there's a bit of a change. Well, we wouldn't want to upset the High Lord himself.
No, you wouldn't, would we?
You really wouldn't.
Please. Take the armor. It would be our pleasure to armor the new Prince of Shate. Yeah, you can purchase that for nothing, Sean.
Okay, that's really worrying how easy that was, just to be like, give it to me.
Well, to be fair, that was my entire plan to walk out the shop with this shield, but I feel like it's not going to work now that you've done it.
It totally will. Like, it's definitely going to work now. You just go like, oh yeah, also me.
Just take
Everyone
it.
has to get stuff.
I don't know if that'll work.
I definitely will.
I mean, in
Also,
Arthur's brain, Arthur still just has the shield on their arm and is going to just walk out the shop with it unless they say something. But I'm assuming they're going to say something.
I will sort of step forward, and from my belt where I've got some paper, piece of paper, and I will write a receipt for 1 suit of armor. Armor of thunder resistance, and I'll look round and put shield on it, look over and see if
I just realised that this is thunder resistance, and blue dragons do lightning damage, which is not.
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be thunder.
Yeah, I'm sure that. Why is that not the same thing?
Because thunder's big ow my ears, lightning is ow my body.
Yeah.
Yeah, has Nick's got anything?
No, I
Potentially some type of infusion, but we'll discuss that.
He's going to sort that later. And Elwin's not taken part in this? Oh no, arrows, wasn't it?
I will take off my old armor and leave it here. I'll put the new armor on. And I will make it magic.
Yeah.
Doesn't that only last for like a day?
No. But the magic thing.
Yeah.
No, crate armor. You can turn it to armor, and then it's magical armor until you do it again.
Oh, okay. Oh, so if you make the armor you've just got magical, the old stuff will stop being magical.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I will hand over the receipt.
Mm-hmm.
And
the armor continues to be arcane armor until you don another suit of armor, which I've just done, or you die.
well, which is also a possibility. And I will look over at the rest of the party and say, I think it's time for us to leave.
Yeah. It does mean that I've lost my boots rather than kind on my goggles of night temporarily, because they were infused as part of the other armor. So I will need to re-infuse them. I can only do it once after a long rest. It's like a after a long rest thing, so I have to wait. Other than that, it's all good.
Nice. You wrote the shield on that as well, Carl, was that?
Shield, and if what's his face took some arrows, Elwin took some arrows, I'll write arrows on it as well.
Owen did not take the arrows.
Right. In which case, it just says requisitioned.
Yeah, the guy does not put up a fight post this mention of the was it the man the big man, was it?
Big man.
during the times that he's been talking or Murdry has talked, obviously High King is his title. Did we get a full title? Like High King of Shate or High King of Thentos?
So traditionally, in Carnousque and Shate, it's High Lord.
High Lord.
Z seems to be somewhat interchangeably carrying High Lord as well as calling himself King, Uniter.
Actually,
a bit of a collector of titles, it seems.
Yeah, so the receipt says requisitioned for the Uniter. 1 suit of armor, 1 shield.
Nice. Cool. Anything else anyone wants to do in the city at all? Tremendous.
No, let's go kill a genie.
Cool. Yeah, you make your way. So the city of Carnousque has these high, like 60 feet high walls that sort of encircle the entire city, and there's one lone gated entrance to the city. You make your way over. When you arrive there, the guards are aware. They tell you that the High Lord has told them you are heading out. They make no sort of attempt to stop you. They're even able to give you a bit of information, like directions towards where this nearby hillside is, where the Genie Lord can supposedly be found. I am gonna get everyone to make for me a survival check to test your navigation skills.
Yeah. Where's Pepper?
I assume going along, right, Elwyn? Or
Yeah, where are we travelling through? Sand.
yeah, desert. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Nix.
Oh, it's useful. Yeah, you. What's that? Sorry.
I was going to say the past couple of rolls I've done have been so good. I did the 25 on the failsafe thing. I did that.
Misfire's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, you make your way across the sort of deserts of Shate. Once you get outside the city, you can see there's it's quite immediately sort of relatively open desert. There's some sort of hilltops and around. You can see it sort of the sort of height goes up and down quite a lot, but it's quite open terrain. Shate is not a particularly sort of like developed land. You follow the information you've been given. You approach a nearby, like a large hilltop. As you approach, you can see from a bit of a distance. You can see some signs of life. There's some movement, some figures, humanoid-looking figures that you can see on the hilltop from the distance you're at currently. You're just about in view to see them. You recognise these creatures as gnolls. Not particularly common in Austral, but they are a known creature. These sort of humanoid, canine, wolf type creatures almost. Known to be rather vicious and not traditionally particularly friendly.
Well, I draw my sword.
Yeah. How many in a group?
From where you are currently, you can see 3 of them.
Yes. And they are in our way or off to one side?
They are on the hilltop where you were expected. You were sort of been led to.
Just carry on approaching them, yeah.
Yeah.
I put out the top of my walking stick type thing. Realize it's telescopic. Turn it round, and there's a spear upon the other end. Stick it in place.
Nice.
How far away are these knolls?
Currently, you're like you can sort of basically see them at distance. You're a good few 100 feet away currently.
Okay, and do we know? So we know they're generally quite fighty.
Yeah, yeah, they
are. Are they intelligent enough to be spoken to, or do we not know?
From where? Oh, Elwyn, you would have encountered these before. They speak amongst themselves, but they don't normally sort of speak common. In fact, they have like a language of their own.
Well, it's only right for us to give them the option anyway. So I start strutting towards them. I'm assuming people follow.
Can just something I would have established earlier. Can everyone in the party speak Elvish?
No, maybe can't remember. Nope, no, I cannot.
I can. I don't know why I can because I don't.
Because you're a half elf.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, like in favour reasons, there's no reason for me to ever learn Elvish.
Or maybe you knew it, but you didn't actually know you knew it.
Yeah, that's
So
yeah.
Oh,
that chat message is scary, isn't it?
It's like
yeah.
the,
Oh, it feels better now. It's stopped concentrating. Phew.
it's like the episode of The Simpsons where Bart learns French.
Yeah. Indeed. I was thinking that while we're working for,
We would all speak in
I
Elvish.
think we could all speak Elvish, but if you
Unless being under the control of the Great United teaches me Elvish, that may be an issue.
Does it? And I'm not entirely sure that Carl's grasp of Elvish is perhaps.
He probably knows, like most people do in other languages in real life. He knows the swear words in Elvish.
I think I know the swear word. I probably know how to say put the weapon down.
Give me beer.
Yeah, mostly put the weapon down and give me beer. It's pretty much all you need.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna draw my sword and kind of be ready for a fight, but I'll kind of march up towards these knolls. I assume with everyone else in tow.
I'll off to sort of 2 or 3 feet to one side.
Yeah. And
expecting Jean to be the other side, and
if we can get within 100 feet of them before they do anything, Artuir will shout out towards them something along the lines of like, "Bring your master out. None of you need to die."
Nice. Yeah, as you get close enough and call out, you see there's a few more of these gnolls. They sort of step forward a little, almost sort of barking and sort of howling in your direction. There is a booming, deep voice comes from a large creature stood behind them. Does anybody speak Auran?
I didn't even know that was a language.
I'll say that's a pretty rare one, so I'm assuming not.
The bird language.
It is not the bird language, no.
Or is it the air language?
Oh, yes, that is correct, yeah. You hear this booming voice speaks out, and this large blue humanoid creature sort of looks towards you, waiting for response. And then you see he smiles and seems to sort of laughs and seems quite jolly, and then casts a 3rd level spell. Cast tongues on himself.
That's what I used.
Nah.
And all of a sudden, he opens his lips and begins speaking again. And just for the very first split second, it sounds like the same language, but this time you all just seem to understand it with no issues. And he calls out, he says, "Who sends you to the Genie Lord's hilltop?"
The Uniter has demanded that you leave.
Your Uniter turns up here thinking he has claim to Karnusk. I had a deal with the High Lord of Karnusk. Karnusk is mine.
Nearly. Karnusk's your grave.
And he takes one step forward, and he looks over at the sort of five of you, and he quite mockingly sort of speaks out and says, Your bravery and stupidity, it's admirable, but it is laughable. Go back to your Uniter and tell him Karnusk will be mine.
That's not going to sit well with him, I'm afraid.
When we take your head back, you can tell him yourself. I'll step forward, pulling the great sword in front of me.
And you can see a few of the gnolls sort of, they're almost ready to pounce. They're like holding themselves back, waiting for some kind of command. And the genie speaks again. He says, this was your choice, fools. And then he calls, attack! And we'll roll for initiative.
Charging forward.
I got the big guy.
Everyone rolls for initiative. Whoa! Those are some interesting results.
Ooh, maybe I don't got the big guy.
Well, it's Nyx and then everybody else later on.
Wow. Oh, yeah.
Let's everyone move around.
John's not used to this armour.
Nyx, you are top of initiative. What would you like to do?
Shoot them.
All of them.
Yeah, at once.
Hey, you asked him what he wanted to do. That's your fault.
I did.
You left it too open-ended.
I'm just gonna, shoot him.
Yeah.
I guess.
Chocolate. That's a good idea.
Yeah, max damage.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mate, you are not messing about, Nyx.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dead?
Is that 2 10s in a row?
Yeah.
Oh, one head explodes. Beautiful.
Nice. Yeah, you send that gnoll straight down. As soon as it starts pouncing forwards, Nyx, you just let instinctively 2 shots off immediately, and mid-air it just falls lifeless down to the ground as it pounces forwards. Anything else you want to do?
Do I still have another attack? I can't remember.
No. That is 2 attacks.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Unless you've gained a feature I'm not aware of.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think you have.
Okay. Yeah, then that's my turn.
Okie dokie. Cool. The genie gestures over in your direction, and you immediately you feel the wind around begin to pick up. And he will.
Go on, give us some saving throws to do.
What's happening? Why is nothing happening? Nothing I click is doing a thing on anything. I may need to refresh my browser quickly. Apparently every single menu is just like not doing anything. Give me just a moment.
Just as a question, whilst obviously you're refreshing it.
Hmm.
Oh, not to worry, the effect's just shown up. I was trying to say that the aura of protection effect hadn't showed up on Nyx, Pepper, and Elwyn, but it just has. So
Magic.
I assume maybe it only shows up when they're targeted.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Not me. Okay, it doesn't seem to want to work, but that's fine. What is it? Fine. There we go. That's why. Yes, gestures over towards you. You feel the air begin to like pick up, and he casts Conjure Elemental.
Oh.
Oh, what the fuck? Why is this being so weird? I'm just getting like a ton of lag. I don't know if it's my connection or the server.
Yeah, it seems okay for when I click on stuff. It does pretty much what I expected to do.
It might just be my connection actually, because I think my ping's just jumped up a bunch.
There is a thing happening.
Oh, chat log. Oh, elementals, yeah.
Cool, yes. Brings in a... Jesus, everything I click is just really slow. It's definitely my end, because my ping is, like, insane. I'm assuming my voice is still working. Brings in an air elemental. Which apparently has already missed its turn. Right. Cool. This knoll here is up next. This knoll will... this one here dashes forwards towards you, Carl. And takes a bite at you. Missing. Man, everything is slow. Yeah, this one dashes forwards. This one's slightly bigger, looks slightly more muscular. Carries a short sword as it dashes towards you, Carl, and swings at you with this short sword. Swings once, swings a second time. Second time hits you, dealing 8 piercing damage, and then takes a bite at you. And just grabs onto your arm as you pull back from that first hit. Grabs down to your arm with its bite and does another 4 piercing. This one here just moves over to here, pulls out a longbow and takes, just releases an arrow in your direction, Nyx. It hits you for 7 piercing. Then this one, following the rest of that pack, just dashes in towards you, Carl, immediately. Takes a bite at you for a crit hit.
Yeah.
8 piercing damage.
I'll be okay when I get the rage.
Yeah, you guys are like bunched up in turn order massively. This guy dashes round into this direction. He lets loose a longbow shot towards Jahan. Which misses. And then this one here just lets another arrow out towards you, Nyx. Which is also a miss. And then finally, the bunched up party can take their turns.
Right. Well, I will start off with raging as a bonus action.
Hmm.
Oh, what's it gonna be?
It's
gonna be?
again. I don't think it's done the chaos stuff. Oh, maybe it has. Bolt of light shoots from your chest. Another creature of choice that you can see within 30 feet. You must succeed.
Nice.
Oh, so yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah. Well, I'll hit the guy. I was blinded. That I will direct that blast towards the Knoll Flesh Gnawer.
Yeah. What was the DC for your saves?
It's a Constitution saving throw. He's got to do.
Yeah, what's the difficulty on it?
Oh, it doesn't say.
Less than that.
Assuming less than that, yeah.
Yeah,
It
it
should
doesn't.
say on your barbarian.
Oh, on the character. Oh, well, no.
Stuff.
Well, is that a general stat then?
I think it's under your Path of Wild Magic feature.
Features.
DC is 8 plus your proficiency plus your Constitution modifier. So 8,
so
12, 15.
15?
Yeah.
15. Cool.
Good,
Right.
actually.
Okay, he's survived that. Right. Meanwhile, then I will attack the one that first attacked me, the one in the middle of the three.
Nice.
And I will spend a superiority die to try and trip it.
Yeah.
Ooh, for an extra 8
Oh.
damage. Oh,
Nice. So it succeeds on the check, but does take the extra damage.
right, lovely. And then I will hit it again. No, not with 3 of them around me.
Nice.
Oh, minimum damage, but it died, so that'll do. Okay. So yeah, just trying to fight my way through them. Eyes looking towards the genie all the time.
Nice.
That's me done.
Okie dokie. Cool. Archer.
Cool. Simple turn. Move. Stab.
Mm-hmm.
Smite. Because I assume I need to drop a smite into this. Where are my smites? There it is. First level smite. Boom.
Boom. Smited.
Move. Attack. Smite.
Boom.
No smite.
No need to smite that. That's 30 damage.
Because that's a 20. I'm literally like strolling through at this point. I just swing up the sword once. It just burns with that arc of like radiant damage, and just lock eyes with this other one as I walk over towards it, and just sink the sword straight into like its guts as I walk up to it, and then just look over towards the genie, and just start stepping that way.
Nice.
And you thought your patron
do
would
I?
not be.
Oh, I have a bonus action. I have bonus action.
Oh yeah, you do have bonus
I
actions.
totally was going to do one. What was it I was going to do here? I had a plan. Oh no, I think he has to be within 10 feet for me to do that. So in that case, I lied. I don't have a bonus action.
I'm just used to you every time moaning about not having a bonus action still. Elwyn.
Owen is going to do something completely different. I'm going to move a step forward, cast Conjure Animals,
Nice.
Oh, nice.
and I am whacking. Where are you? You don't have vision to see this sheet. It's got companion management for some reason.
Yeah, you should be able to choose from the list of the creatures.
Oh, it says it's got like elemental, magical, or other.
Does it not give you a list of creatures to choose from?
Yeah, it's got me a list.
Yeah. So yeah, you should be able to just choose from that list.
I'm trying to summon a rhino.
I believe there should just be a picture of the rhino you can click.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa!
Boom. Oh look, rhinos don't have a token. That's somewhat disappointing, isn't it? So they roll initiative, don't they? Separately, I believe. Roll initiative, yeah. They obey any verbal commands that you issue them. Does not require you an action. Cool.
Nice. Oh, and it's gonna get a turn.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna find it. Gonna run here and try and go behind this and do a hide action into the
That's
sand.
better.
Yeah, go for it.
Just for a second, Elwyn running forwards when there's a fight going on. I'd be worried.
That's my go done.
Nice. Shahan, there's a rhino on the field apparently.
Excellent. So the Jin.
Yes.
At the back. So the picture, he's got some daggers and stuff very close to his body.
Yeah.
Is there something I can heat metal on him? On like this, maybe the belt or something, which might be quite difficult for him to get off.
Yeah, you could do that.
Cool. Pretty sure that's within 60 feet, isn't it?
Yeah.
The goal we ran through, get an opportunity attack on you.
Which one?
One right there.
Oh, he can just go like
Oh,
here, yeah.
3, 4, 5, yeah. Heat metal. Class second level. 6 damage, and then I don't think I've got a good bonus action yet. Heat metal's really good. but it gives
He
a bonus
fails his concentration.
Yes.
What does that get rid of the?
The elemental stays, right? It just goes fucking mental.
Oh, that is true. Yeah, it's conjure elementals. Yeah, that is true.
It becomes hostile to him and all of his friendlies.
Yes, that is right.
So it's possibly even better.
Well,
I know that it.
there's more of us than there are them. So.
That's right. It's rolled the exact same again.
Yep.
Yes, you are right. It does remain.
Heat metal is again one of those spells that just is fantastic for forcing concentration checks.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
Just every time that make a concentration check.
It also gives me a bonus action.
Mm.
Which is important for action economy reasons. I don't have a good bonus action to do now, so I will just think for a second. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. No, 30 back onto there. With that. And I'm done.
Nice. Rhinoceros, it's your turn. I think you should be able to click it and control it, I believe.
Do I have a little sheet for it?
I think double clicking it should open its sheet.
Sweet.
This is brilliant.
But you have to narrate what your actions are in Rhinoceros.
Arr.
I appreciate you playing along with my bullshit. Unfortunately, though, yeah.
I'm guessing he only has one attack as well.
He does, yeah. It's good, though. He's a meat shield. He's a big grey meat
That is
shield.
what I was thinking. I thought Rhino. I thought he'd have better armor class than he's got, but hey ho.
Probably got a lot of health though.
He's got +7 to attack as well. So.
Nyx.
He's got 21 strength.
Mm.
Yeah.
What would you like to do, Mr. Nyx?
Hopefully kill things again. Mm.
Nice. Does 10 damage. That is also not bad, Mr. Nix.
Yeah,
Anything else you would like to do?
not dead.
It's not dead, I'm afraid.
That's really sad. Nah.
Nah. Cool. Yeah, you see the genie sort of takes that heat damage from Jahan's spell, and immediately that air elemental that is like whizzing around has been cast. Immediately just turns and dashes towards the genie. And makes a slam attack on him, hitting him for 16 bludgeoning, and makes a second, which hits for another 16 bludgeoning. The genie immediately takes these two slam attacks, then looks back, and you see draws this large scimitar and swings it at the elemental for 10 damage, 9 damage, and a third swing for 12 damage. These two air elemental type creatures fight amongst themselves. This gnoll seems entirely unaware of what is happening back there. He carries on swinging his short sword at you, Carl. You're taking less damage now, though.
Yeah, I'm not even really trying to dodge.
Swings the short sword at you twice wildly, and then turns around and bites out towards you, Nyx. Hitting you for 3 piercing.
Oh, do the thing.
I'd like a reaction.
Oh yeah.
I just sentinel. I'd just like to have an attack at it as it's going to attack. Nyx. Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh.
Yeah, your Frostbang Greatsword jams.
Yeah.
This gnoll here lets loose. It's sort of just looking and panting away at you, Nyx, and just lets another longbow arrow out loose at you. It hits you for 8 piercing damage. And then this one here does the same thing, which hits you for 3 piercing damage. Carl.
I will first of all. Is it a bonus action to hit it with my new chest ray?
Yes, it is. Yes.
No, I don't think I've got anything else to do with the bonus action, so I will target the guy in front of me with the. No, I won't actually. I'm gonna, even though I will go reckless though, and I'm going to attack the gnoll in front of me.
Nice.
So in reckless, so advantage would be hold down Alt.
Alt, yes.
Oh.
Nice, yeah.
And and he dies. Excellent. And then I will then charge forward and recklessly hit this guy.
Nice.
Target. Sorry, I'm not very good at the clicking. It's a little bit better at this by now.
If it helps, when you hover over something, if you press T on the keyboard, it targets them.
Ah, yeah, that would help. I did him. And I will spend a superiority dice.
Yep.
To try and trip him. So he takes another 5 damage, and then
does make the save. Though,
yeah. Easy save, and then I will hit him with the blinding ray.
Yeah. He failed. So roll 1d6 radiant for me.
6.
Nice.
And he's blinded. Yeah, that will do.
Nice. Slaughter of the Gnolls, Arthur.
Yeah, well, they've put some things in my way now, because really I want to go be a slaughterer of a Jinn. But so I'll
Ride the
run,
rhino.
run here, and no, I will as a bonus action. I know. I'm gonna cast Misty Step.
Nice.
So that's the thing I can do. Although apparently that space isn't within 30 feet, even though I just measured it.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay. Sure, that's 30 feet from there. Yeah. Not going crazy. So yeah, I've got the sword, and I will just charge and just let out, like, there's like this primal, like, scream as Artur just starts charging towards it, and then just halfway just vanishes and just reappears next to the thing, and immediately it's just going to start hacking away at this Jinn. And drop a smite.
Nice.
I assume it's not undead or a fiend.
It's not undead or a fiend, no.
It's fine, I hit it again. And drop another smite. Like it, second level.
Yeah, you smash away at him.
I'm just waiting for it now. Bring it on. That's me done.
Elwyn, you are hidden.
Oh.
Lord of the Rhinos.
Oh. See. I actually click on my character this time. Okay.
Yeah, nice, it's a hit. Ooh.
And completely tricking, I'm going to sprint over here and slide under this one and do another bonus buyback.
Yeah. And nature's mantle has served you well.
Thanks, my former friend Z. Oh, no, was it Z or...
Z stole it for you.
He stole it.
Yeah. Stole it from the coroner's office.
I quite like nature's mantle. It's an entirely unexciting magic item, but it's actually
so
pretty
good,
good,
though.
yeah.
Yeah.
Run
Siobhan.
and slide.
Yeah, so the first thing I'm going to do is bonus action heat metal.
Yeah. Yeah, roll your 2d8 for me.
Yeah, I just have to do a manually, I think. It's probably the easiest way.
Yeah, that's cool. Nice.
8 damage to him, and then I'm going to choose probably the knoll nearest Carl and fire a lightning laser at it. I don't know why I have
Nice.
advantage. Oh, do I have disadvantage because he's next to him or something?
No, that was
Advantage?
that was advantage.
Why do I have advantage?
He's blinded, right?
Yeah, he's blinded, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Boom. And then I'll shoot another one because I get an extra attack,
Nice.
I think.
Unibeam.
Extra attack, yeah.
Boom.
And that's probably enough damage for now.
Rhinoceros, you're up.
I need to remember to put him 20 thing away from him because he does a feature attack.
Oh, he does the charge thing, doesn't he? Yeah. That hits.
Oh,
It's for a decent 16 damage.
this poor,
Yeah, so
this poor genie.
This genie is not having a particularly good day.
That's what you get when you mess with the forces of the Uniter.
That's
Oh,
true.
if you go off challenge rating, this was an extremely difficult encounter.
All I'm saying is up until this point, we have never fought this well in our lives.
Anything else for the Rhino?
That's all you can do.
Fair enough.
I've got a feature of a charge and attack called Gore.
Yeah, he's not full of bonus action options, to be fair. Yeah.
He's got this one thing he does, but fucking hell does he do it well.
Nix, you're up. You might be muted, but I'm not sure.
Yes.
Muted or quiet?
Yeah. Sorry. I'm gonna attack this one.
Yeah.
With thingy.
Not even using the gun.
Need
No,
it.
it's because like.
You're scared of it jamming. Oh, are you trying to go a whole combat without it happening?
Yeah.
Like achievement unlocked. Nice.
100%,
Yeah, yeah.
100% hit ratio with his gun.
Is there any way I'll be able to get what's it called? Sneak attack, or is that not possible?
Only if you have advantage on it, which you
No.
don't.
No, I don't think.
There's no way for you to get it there either.
Yeah, not really.
So. Okay. I'll just attack it then.
Oh, we wish you had it though. Should use that
Okay,
gun.
My good one's gone. Yeah. Actually, no, I shouldn't have used my gun because then it would jam. Yeah, that's it.
Fair enough. That air elemental just carries on slamming at the genie. Hits him a second time. The genie looks pretty heavily damaged at this point. On his turn, he will briefly he casts a spell. Is there any counter spells around?
Nope.
Nope. I can't. I can only dispel magic. I can't count.
Oh yeah. He casts Thunder Wave.
Thunder.
Pushing away the Rhino and the Air Elemental, hopefully.
Hoping for a Rhino to fail a con save.
I am hoping he fails.
He does.
So yeah, they both get pushed 10 feet back.
He doesn't get me with it.
No, he couldn't get all three.
No.
So yeah, he casts Thunder Wave, and then he will. Yeah, that'll be it for him. He just pushes them back as burst of air sort of knocks both of those two backwards. This Knoll here, as you dash up against him, Nix, he just takes a bite at you and misses. Angry Carl
Will be attacking.
Okay.
So he's going to step through this knoll. Then I'm going to use the bonus action.
Yep.
To cast that at them.
He passes.
Makes his save. He's frustrating. And then, oh, I can't see myself. Then I will recklessly. Oh yeah, T. Recklessly attack that knoll.
Yeah.
I will attempt to trip it. Although I think I don't really think I will need it. That's 5 damage and it's... and that killed it.
Nice.
That was one attack. So can I continue my move, having bonus action in the middle?
Yeah, totally.
So that's 5. Oh. How hard would it be to jump on the back of the Rhino?
You can attempt it. There'll probably be some kind of check involved on that.
Sounds like something that could go terribly, terribly wrong, doesn't it? Yeah, let's go for it. I will run up behind the Rhino that's being pushed back by this thunderclap.
Yep.
And attempt to jump onto its back.
Sure. Let's get a What the hell have I done? Oh, I see. That's what I've done. Let's get a dexterity check from you.
Nope.
No, yeah, you try to jump up on it, but it just sort of shakes you off. You don't take any damage or anything too bad. You're not knocked down.
That would be cool, but I think that probably ends my move.
That's reasonable.
And, yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Archer.
Yeah, fuck this guy. I don't know. I'm assuming he's looking a little bit concerned at this point.
He doesn't look great. No, he doesn't look
I'm
great
going
at all.
to, just to really hammer it home, I will use my bonus action, because I do have those, because he's within 10 feet of me.
Yes.
And I will scream a vow of enmity at him, which gives me advantage on all attack rolls against him for the next minute.
Nice.
And then just go fucking ham with the sword again. Is that going to be automated? Do you think?
No.
I'm going to suggest not. I'm going to click a thing. Cool. I'm dropping a divine smite in there. Don't know if it's going to be needed.
You don't need to. He had 3 hit points left.
Well, I burn a divine smite anyway.
Yes.
Because I was going to do it. And I guess out of all of that power, like all of the divine energy, the wings sprout out for a moment and appear. And because I assume this guy's like 8-9 feet tall.
Yeah. Oh,
He's
yeah.
a big guy, right? So they sprout and I fly up and the sword just goes straight through the neck to just cut the head off, as promised. And I just land back down on my feet. The wings vanish. Very quick. They get gone already. But I look back to everyone else. There's a fucking rhino.
There is.
You know,
The newest member of the party.
You know, I was saying that before that in 4th edition I played an Avenger.
Yes.
They were basically Oath of Enmity. It's called Oath of Enmity, not Vow of Enmity, but it was basically that all the time.
yeah.
It was so good. Always had a lucky greatsword, or lucky sword, which gave me rerolls as well. And I was Elvish, and Elves just got rerolls for free.
Stack those.
Yeah. I didn't miss.
Nice. Anything else for you, Artia?
Does this air elemental look like it's going to give me issues?
Don't look happy.
Yeah, fuck it. I don't get advantage on this guy, but that doesn't matter. He can have a smite as well.
Where's the Oprah gif?
Whoa.
Takes 30 damage. Should have gone for a high level smite, but whatever.
Smites are a thing, aren't they?
Smites are great, although I have in this 3 rounds of combat got through 4, 5, 6 spell slots.
Nice.
So
Elwyn. You are hidden, by the way.
Oh.
nice.
And again.
Not that.
That vicious longbow isn't magical, is it?
No.
Damn. Need to get you a magic bow, mate.
And even though it's probably not needed, I'm going to do my normal action. I'm going to like spread to the other side, slide in, and try and hide again.
Yeah, go for it.
Because it seems like a little thing to do.
Mate, you get rug burn in a bit from all this sound.
I feel like I slipped that time.
Yeah, it probably wasn't your smoothest attempt. Jean.
Yeah. I will just blast the elemental.
This was such a highly rated combat, by the way.
Does it take lightning damage? There's the question.
Misses, isn't it? Yeah. That's it.
I only took half on the lightning damage.
Okay.
Rhino.
I'm going to back towards him. Is there any chance I can let him get on my back as a bonus?
Yeah, because you can give it verbal commands, right? You can certainly tell it to, yeah.
To let him get on his back.
Nice.
So is Carl riding the rhino now, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool. And now I'm going to charge backwards and go 20 feet into it.
Yeah.
So now I have the charge feature, and he's going to attack with the gore.
Yeah, do the gore, then you can roll the charge after, yeah.
Fucking right.
Yeah, that hits. You can roll the charge.
Oh.
It's 2d8 extra damage it charges. And it gets a sex saving throw, it gets,
Unfortunately, he succeeds on the saving throw and takes 2 damage. But still.
If it gets, he gets put prone as well. Oh, and Carl's next to me now as well.
Yes.
Carl is riding the rhino.
Yeah, I'm about to dive into an air elemental, I think.
Nyx, it's your turn. Your gun misfires and it jams.
I looked away for 2 seconds. Come on, Cormac.
Bearing in mind the conversation we had in the last round.
Yeah.
You can attack again, but it's at disadvantage.
How do I do disadvantage?
Control.
Okay.
Should be used to it by now.
You so nearly made it through a combat, Cormac.
I think I did it correctly. If I didn't, then... Yeah, no, I didn't. Never mind.
You didn't, but I'll let you have that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and a sneak attack as well.
Yeah, nice. Anything else, Cormac?
No.
Cool. This air android does not look happy. Swings a slam down at Arthur, and then swings a slam down at the rhinoceros.
Oh, no.
Oh, 32
that's
damage on
a lot
that
of
rhino.
damage. Oh, it's a crit, okay.
Yeah, it was a crit, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Carl, it's your turn. You are on that rhino as that blow comes down.
I'm going to leap from the rhino just to there, and I'm going to hit the air elemental with the blast of energy first.
Yep.
Which makes it
Pass
saving
it.
throw. Yeah. And then I'm going to recklessly attack it
Nice.
with that one. Oh, that. And that.
Boom.
Oh, good. I don't have to ask if you can trip an air elemental.
No need. Yeah, that was rated deadly. But you guys made pretty handy work of that.
Do you know what else is rated deadly? Me.
Is that the first time we've really seen Otto cut loose?
Possibly by that much, yeah.
Yeah, I mean they're
That was pretty full on.
wading through a couple of knolls and then
Screaming and shouting, yeah, that's not happened before.
yeah,
It's inspired by his new king.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been given free roam.
I particularly
Fuck shit
like
up.
the nod to Carl when you ran then misty stepped.
As that air elemental, you slice through it. There's just this burst, like almost like a big burst of wind, and the sand all kicks up around, and then you are alone with the bodies of the gnolls.
I want to point out, Sam, if that hit Pepper, you'd have killed Pepper one shot, not the rhino.
Yeah.
I'll do my best next time.
Rhino's still up for an hour.
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
got a
ride
rhino
the
for
rhino
one.
back into town.
I was gonna say it's an hour's ride back. Right?
Well, that's handy. So we can
Um,
take the whole body then.
I'm
Yeah.
taking the head. I'm proud of that.
Yeah. I'm just gonna ride the rhino back in.
I'll strap the head, like I'll tie the head up with some rope and kind of throw it over my shoulder. Which one of us is the smartest? It's John, right? John's the smart one.
I have 20 intelligence. So-
John,
Hello.
there might be something in the area that kind of interests our lord. We should probably have a bit of a look around, have a bit of a dig around this guy's pockets, and see if there's any other places about.
Is this? I mean, assuming he didn't live on his own, I assume this was a camp.
Oh, you want to investigate the area? I can
think
give
we
a
need
hand
to,
with
yeah.
that.
I think we'd be silly not to.
Yeah, I'll have a look around as well.
Get the
Get the smart boys to do it.
Yeah, anyone that wants to investigate in the area can.
Fuck it. It's only a dice roll. What's the worst that could happen?
Oh, John
Yeah,
means
John.
it.
Hands all over it.
Oh, just
And
smart.
that's what could happen if I try and roll.
It could be worse. You could be Nix.
Oh yeah.
Nick's still worried about his gun.
Cool, mate.
Yeah.
You really did start rolling really well tonight, and then it's just petered out entirely. Yeah, you.
Plus 9 plus 9 investigation.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, and I rolled 20 as well. So.
Yeah, you have a dig through the bodies of the gnolls. There's not even there. There is a small amount of like camp gear. It looks like they have made a sort of a makeshift sort of home up here, but it's pretty rustic, pretty sparse. Nothing in particular of excitement in terms of that. But you sort of dig through the actual just like the sort of mess and the camp, everything. You don't find anything in with that, but you do as you go through the why the hell? As you go through the body of the genie himself, the genie lord. He has on his person a number of glass vials. Looks like there is a small collection of various potions on there, John. There are. What the hell? Okay, if that's not going to load, that's fine. I'll put them straight onto your thing, John. If you want to dish them out, you guys can. There is a potion of flying.
Oh.
A potion of growth. And a potion of speed.
Potion of speed's what I think it is, right? That gives you the haste effect.
Yes.
Oh.
So I think that the potion of speed should probably go to Carl.
Yeah, for what it's worth, I can cast haste.
But also, like, Carl is the most punchy. And therefore probably is the one who... I feel like most punchy people like haste, right?
But yeah,
Yeah. Melee
Although-
characters like haste.
Artur could make use of it.
Artuir very much would like haste, but Artuir also casts haste on themselves if they want haste. So
Yeah, and also... I don't know, I feel like you're a little bit more mental.
also,
Is it you?
how's Artuir going to drink a potion? They've got a helmet on.
That's true.
Or just
Oh.
smash it against the front of their
Bring
helmet.
it back to you.
That'll work.
We should have told Z to get him to take his helmet off.
I'm genuinely expecting it to happen at some point.
I'd quite like Potion of Flying for myself, because it means I can cast heat metal and stuff, or what have you, and fly away and just shoot people with my lasers.
You're Iron Man.
Yeah, exactly. I actually do have. I don't have fly prepared, but I can prepare fly. I probably should prepare fly instead of hypnotic pattern. Different story. Potion of growth.
That I assume does enlarge.
Yes.
You get the enlarge effect, not the
Yeah.
reduce, for 1d4 hours.
Hours? Ooh.
I don't know.
Nice.
I don't know what enlarge.
You are
double
you are-
in size.
Yeah, as I say, you're a size larger, aren't you? You get
A
to
size
add.
larger.
I think you get to add a D4 to strength-based attacks.
Yes. Yeah.
Um,
To any weapon attacks.
is it any weapon? Okay.
Yes.
Who would like to
Although
be
presumably that would be melee weapons, I guess. Well, I don't know. I guess your arrows get bigger. Yeah, you get 1d4 extra damage, and you also get advantage on strength checks and saving throws.
That's it.
Who would like to be giant?
Again, it sounds like a martial thing. Sorry, again, it sounds like a martial thing.
Yeah. I concur.
I
don't know how much martial stuff Elwyn actually does ever. I know not by choice, but yeah, I feel like it's Elwyn or Archer.
I'm not sure how Artur is going to drink a potion. At which point it's probably wasted. Give it to Carl. Let him haste himself and grow to massive. Be great fun.
I can carry it. I mean, I don't know if it's even less than haste. It's probably not a potion that we're going to suddenly drink in the middle of combat, although we might.
I think you definitely do. It'll make you a giant.
Yeah, or hold on to it in case you lift a big heavy door.
Yeah, it feels like something we might drink before combat.
Right, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that there won't be situations where we suddenly go, shit, I'll drink that now. But so yeah, I'm happy to carry it, but I'm happy for anyone else to.
Well, no one else seems to be laying claim to it currently, so why don't you carry it, and if someone decides they want it, they can have it.
I would actually quite like to study it. I do seem to be the repository for magic items.
Yeah. Because we know you can be trusted with them.
Yeah.
Is there anything else in terms of gold or jewels or something?
Nah, that's the only things of note.
Oh, let's go.
Cool. Yeah, you on Rhinoceros back apparently. Return back to Karnusk with the genie's head in tow. As you arrive at the palace, Z and Murdry walk out at the front of the palace to greet you, having heard of your arrival. Z looks most pleased when he sees the genie's head in particular. He sort of grasps his hands together. You see, he sort of pats Murdry on the shoulder and smiles. He walks forwards to your group and says, "Well done, my friends. You slayed him and you've protected our people in Karnusk. They will be most grateful to you. And your king is most grateful for you. Kneel and be rewarded."
Kneel.
Yeah. And he walks up to you first, Carl. And he reaches out, he puts a hand on your shoulder, Carl, and he says, "Carl, do you accept this gift?"
Of course, my lord.
And then he steps over to you, Elwyn, puts a hand on your right shoulder. "Elwyn, do you accept my gift?"
Yes, my king.
He steps along to Artur, puts his hand onto your shoulder, Artur. As he puts his hand on your shoulder, you feel there's this slight sort of burning sensation on your shoulder. It's almost as if his touch is unpleasant, unwelcome on you. Artur, do you accept this gift?
With gratitude, my lord.
He steps over to you, Jean. "Jean, my heir, the future king of Thentos, do you accept this gift?"
Yes, my lord. Sir. Lord, sir.
And then he walks up to you, walks in front of you, Nyx, puts his hand on your right shoulder. You look up into his eyes, Nyx, and meet him eye to eye. You are certain there is an absolute sense of malevolence in this being that stands before you as he looks down at you. "Nyx, do you accept my gift?"
Stop him. Smash my glass. Has he told you?
Do what, sorry?
I'm about to come through and tell you.
Alright.
I do accept the gift of yeah.
Z tells you all to get to your feet, to rest up, and tomorrow you'll begin your travel to Aberhan to recover the ring. And we'll end the session. Everybody that accepted the gift, which was all of you. This was supposed to be a reward for getting through a really hard combat, but you did it regardless, so there you go. Everyone gets to level up to level 11.
Oh!
I'm also going to disappear quickly, so apparently Cormac has smashed a glass.
Hey, well done, Cormac.
I'm assuming we've got a long rest at some point, so I'm just going to start equipping these infusions before I forget.
I believe leveling up counts as a long rest.
Oh, okay. I'm also going to.
Fuck! What do I do?
Yeah, I'll figure that out. Something else.
Oh, that's a couple of levels of wizard for me.
Is it? Are you there? Are you there
Yeah.
now? Or?
I think I need to improve one stat, so it's a.
Oh, you need to put your int up slightly, right?
Oh no, I did that last time. It's 13. I think I'm there.
You have got the most mismatched character. I love it.
It's.
Oh shit!
That's the thing about it, right? Like it's a character is actually developed.
Yeah.
Humans aren't min-maxed.
No.
Humans develop because of the weird shit that happens to them.
Just while we're thinking about that, Bryony just came over because we've been talking about chatbots here as well. She works for doesn't matter who she works for, government thing, and one of her friends there is the lead on writing a paper, and one of the other authors on the paper has just sent us some stuff, having been chased for this stuff for quite a while. He's provided 150 pages written by OpenAI chatbot.
Brilliant.
And he's suggesting that that's what they use. That's what he uses for his chapter.
That seems like a very bad idea.
Yeah,
has he at least proofread it?
Yeah, I believe he's proofread it. I believe he's saying. I only quickly read the thing because obviously we were playing D&D. He's saying that I've used it as a research tool, just like you'd use Wikipedia or Google, etc.
You can't do that.
And we will go through the text to remove the stuff that was, obviously chatbot. And he's basically saying, "What do you think of this approach?" And yeah, so I have no idea what the person who this has been sent to is going to say, but I imagine she's going to go, "No."
Yeah, I suspect so.
But it's quite sort of frightening, and also quite topical. It does make me wonder, as this is, this current OpenAI one, which he mentions in the thing, has only been available since November, I think. I believe, because I think he's been talked about before by Bryony and a friend, that this guy is late delivering his stuff. So I wonder if he just went, "Shit, I haven't got it."
Yeah.
But I don't know. But anyway, and of course there may be a lot of other story around that. I don't really know, but I just thought it was relevant to bring up. It was quite interesting. Right.
But you should make it very clear to her that is not to be trusted as that, because it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Like, it does work 95% of the time. It's what's it called? It's like I don't know what the term is. There's definitely a term. Like it's an illusion or what have you. When you actually on the surface it looks fine, and then when you actually investigate it, it looks terrible. And a 150 page document is very, very long, which means that there's going to be some of it which is complete garbage.
Yeah, I do.
And if it's for the government maybe no one reads these things, right? You just give them in, and it exists on some .gov website and then no one actually reads it or cares.
It is. Yeah, it's the whole thing is kind of frightening. But yeah, no, I'll be interested to see what happens. That's if I ever find out. Right, what can I do with leveling up character?
See, I'm currently sat at this going, we've got 2 levels to spend, right?
Well, surely you're going to take 2 levels of Warlock.
Well, that's what I was just saying. Is this, and I need to speak to Sam when he appears back, if he appears back, because as much as I desperately would like to put 2 levels in Paladin, because 11th level Paladin's very cool, it does feel kind of kind of thematic, I guess, to go into Warlock, but then at the same time, I basically end up building the flip side of the character I played for our last long campaign, who was mostly Warlock, a little bit of Paladin.
And isn't mostly Paladin with a little bit of Warlock the power game way of doing it?
I don't actually know off the top of my head. I believe so. I believe the power gamey way is you start Paladin and you put a little bit in Warlock.